Welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Down here on Monday morning this week. Quite a lot to do today. I've been at my mum's house all of yesterday, took up their old decking all across the back of their house, which has been there about, I think it was 23 years, she said. So it's pretty rotten underneath. But we got that all up yesterday, so I spent the morning today taking a lot of that to the dump. Got rid of all the base of it that was rotten, but that does mean I've got a whole van full of new decking planks and the uprights that were on the banisters to use for corner posts, to hold netting. So some of it's got rotten bits at the ends that I'll need to cut out. Some of it's pretty good. So today's job's really, I need to harvest some food, I need to water, I need to weed, but the biggest job of all is getting that all out of our camper van. There's quite a lot there, so I'm going to find a place to put it for a few months while I work on projects. Once all this, a lot of this sort of summer stuff, potatoes and beans and peas and things are out, I'll then start doing some projects with the wood. But it's good to get it. It's really nice to get a big chunk of wood like that. That costs a lot of money new, so it'll do all right here for quite a few years, I should think. I'll try and paint it when I put it in, so it lasts a bit longer. But yeah, so that's good. Lots of projects in mind for it. But that's my big task. It'll probably take me a good half an hour to an hour to empty the van, I should think. But everything else, I haven't actually been down here at all this week, I don't think. It's rained every day, thunderstorms, some pretty heavy rain. The water butts are sort of probably a third to a half full, so it gives an indication of how much they've filled up. Yeah, so I haven't been down here to see. The girls did come down here Thursday, I think, Wednesday, Thursday, and they harvested half of one of the first early potato beds, and there were some nice potatoes in there. I'll probably go through that today and just see if they missed any. But yeah, so half of those are out, and we've used those already. We've used them to make some chips and with some salads and things, so that's really nice to start eating those. That bed will soon be cleared out to move some leeks. Yeah, so that's good. So it's all looking good. Leeks looking amazing, really growing on. Loads and loads of leeks in there. God knows if I'll actually have space to even thin those out, to be honest, but it's nice to see them doing so well. Loads of lettuce, loads more lettuce. Courgettes over here. There's a few little ones I'll probably harvest because otherwise I get massive. That one's pretty small, but the plants are looking good. The two butternut squash plants here, so they haven't grown amazingly. I think this end of this bed doesn't have amazing soil in it, so I'm going to have to do something about that over the winter, I think. I have to improve that, but they're still looking good, still looking pretty healthy. Bed up here, so this did have garlic in. It's still got a load of self-set potatoes in, which have bushed up quite a lot since I've taken the garlic out. So I'm going to leave them there and we'll harvest them. But it's also got the pumpkins I sowed the seeds in 2 weeks ago, I think, and they're doing really well. So I'll leave them there, and there's one over the back there as well. So there's 4 in there, and they can grow away, and hopefully they'll trail out down the paths. So that's nice to get some pumpkins going. This bed's got some more squash in it, which is looking a bit better, a bit bigger. And it's got 3 sweet corn in it, which has done well this week. It's nice to see that catching up. I think the fencing really does make a huge difference to this site. Last year, the sweet corn I had at the back, it just didn't do anything, and it got eaten all the time. So it's a big lesson, I think, that everything needs to be netted or fenced in. Broad beans, the plants are looking really ratty now. We've had quite a lot off of these, so they're probably getting near the end of their time, I think. So I'll have a look over. There's not a lot on there now, so I think these might actually come out soon, and I might replace them with either sowing some more beans. We're sort of at the end. July is the sort of last time you can sow the sort of dwarf beans and peas, some peas. So I might get something like that in there, or the leeks. We'll see what we get to. I did bring some seeds with me actually, so if there's any gaps. Peas, the girls brought back a big tub of peas the other day. In fact, a whole big mixing bowl full, and we've been eating through those. But it looks like there's even more here now. So these have been a big success this year. Really happy we did these. Absolutely loads on here. A lot more than I thought would come out of those actually. There's a lot more productive than I thought they'd be. So I'm really happy with those. And we'll definitely do that again. Maybe do some more next year. Just everything's fighting for space as always. There's never enough space, is there, to grow all the things you want. But yeah, potatoes are all looking really good, getting bigger and bigger. All looking nice and healthy. Nice flowers on them. Still got another month or two at least, I think. But yeah, they're all looking good. And then the first earlies, so these are ready to go now. This is the bed they harvested a good half of the bed out of, and the other one's looking okay. But yeah, we've still got sort of a carrier bag full at home, so I probably won't harvest any today, but other than I'll have a look around in this bit they did do. But yeah, definitely probably next week I'll bring another bag down and do some more. Strawberries I think are done now. They're not getting any more strawberries off now. But the raspberries over here have kicked in. Some really nice looking raspberries on here today. So I'll definitely find a bag to take some of these home in the box. Lots in there. I think it's probably even the best year they've had actually. They're looking a lot better. Beans, so I put this netting over them last week I think, and they're looking a lot happier. There's some new leaves on a lot of those, so they definitely needed that. Yeah, so hopefully they'll carry on. It's a bit difficult with this netting because they sort of pushing up on it, but hopefully they'll be able to get established under there. The kids' bed, lettuce is going bonkers. We're eating as much as we can, but we can't really keep up with it. Courgettes, these definitely need a harvest, this bed. There's quite a big one over there. There's quite a few small ones as well. So probably harvest a few of those. Quite a few small ones in there. That'll be another week. But yeah, they're still going strong. Chard is going crazy. We've been eating this sort of similar to spinach, using it in sort of curries and things. And we've eaten quite a lot, but it is growing quicker than we can eat it, definitely. But I did get a text to say, can you bring some home? So I will take a bag full of that home. The green beans, still looking really good. I'll have to have a little dig through here, see if there's any actual beans in here yet. There's loads of little tiny bits and flowers. Not sure if I can actually see any in here yet. But, yeah, all looking happy and good though. A couple of little weeds in there I'll pull out today. Rhubarb's looking good. Our rhubarb at home actually has grown back. We harvested a load off it and it's brought out a load again. So we'll probably have another crumble this week. And the kids' flowers that they sowed from seed have come out, finally come to flower now. So they'll be really happy with that. It looks really nice. Nice to have a few flowers down here, a bit of colour. And then the squash over here, it's looking really good. I might have to take this netting off now. It's they're getting pretty big. And they're starting to look like they're a bit squished in there. So yeah, but it's nice to see them starting to trail out, and hopefully they'll I'll keep going. And across the back, got a load of potatoes. There's a few weeds in here. I do need to cut back. There's this big bramble hanging over the fence, which is really annoying. I brought down some secateurs and some gloves, so I'll try and cut some of them off today and chuck them on the fire. There's quite a few potatoes in there. Hopefully I'll be able to put some sort of raised beds in this bit and put some better soil in here at some point. And the ones over here these were all transplanted from around the place. I don't know if these have got too dry or something, but they're all looking a bit worn out, so I might actually dig some of those up, see if there's anything in there. So I think they're pretty much done, but hopefully there might have grown something under there. But yeah, this area definitely needs a revamp this winter. But yeah, hopefully with the wood I've got, I'll be able to perhaps do some beds along the back, make that a bit easier to use. Hoping to rebuild the bean bed over here, make them into 2 beds, and perhaps make some of these taller to see how many bits of wood we've got. But yeah, they're sort of winter projects. So the weather's okay at the moment. It was supposed to rain this week, but I think it's going to hold off. So I'll get a move on and get all that wood out and pile it up in a corner somewhere for the winter projects. And then we can get on with a bit of harvesting, a bit of weeding and a bit of watering. Before I move this wood, and I was going to put it down on this space just in front of this bed, I thought I'd clear these potatoes up. So we've got quite a good little harvest out of there actually. There was this bucket, over half a bucket full, some reasonable ones. So that's pretty good. They were all self-set potatoes and not a great bit of soil. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good little harvest. Definitely need to work on improving soil and it'd be nice to get it into raised beds as well. Make it a lot easier to maintain and harvest, and sort of stay on top of all this weeds and rubbish there. So yeah, that's good. I'm going to go and move all those boards now, and I'll probably lay them down on this bit here, just so they're out of the way. I've moved all the wood from the van over into this space. So I reckon there's about 34 decking planks there, which should be about 8 double height beds. Although I will use it in some places to make them, the single height ones, double. So hopefully that'll get me some across that side and across the back here, and to move around other things. I also brought all these posts that were the railings. I mean, there's absolutely loads there, but I thought I'd bring them and then I can always throw them away later, to use as sort of corner posts, but mainly to hold up the wire netting, something I can tie it to. So I'll put one of those in each corner and maybe halfway along the side as well. I'll just need to cut off some of the ends are sort of 45-degree angle, and the other end has got nails sticking out, so I'll just shorten them at both ends. But they're in good shape other than that, and they've all been painted with preservatives, so they should be all right. Yeah, so there's my very exciting big pile of wood. So that's all good. That will sit there for a while I start projects, and obviously there's things planted everywhere at the moment, so I can't really get into too much yet. Next job is doing some harvesting, I think. Have a little break from carrying wood all morning. So I'll get some of these courgettes out and some chard and some lettuce, I think. I've done a bit more harvesting, so I've got some courgettes off there. One big one that's grown in a week. pick these smaller ones off. They're sort of a bit more tender at this size, I think. So get them there before they turn into that. Nice bowl full of raspberries. And a whole bowl full of peas. This is a big mixing bowl. I'm pretty sure the girls picked a bowl like this 2-3 days ago. But there's a whole bowl there, a couple of broad beans, but mostly peas. Yeah, that's mad. Luckily the kids like shelling peas. And then I've got a whole bag for life, big bag, half full of chard, and the other half of lettuce. Just a mix of lettuces that I've cut off. And then we've got the potatoes that we did earlier. So yeah, that's a really nice harvest there. Quite a few meals of food there today. I've had a good cut back of all the brambles along the back here. They'll obviously grow back, but at least that means I can get access to the potatoes a bit better now. More to do, still a few stingers in this bed, but at least that's a bit of an improvement, and I'll probably do some more next week. I've given everything a really good water just to make sure it's okay. I never quite know how much the rain, if that's enough or not. Everything seems to be pretty happy. I've had a bit of a tidy up over here, a few little weeds and bits and pieces, but yeah, all looking really good. I think I'm probably done for the day now. Been here quite a few hours. So best to get off home soon, I think. So I hope you enjoyed having a little look around the plot and prepping for some jobs to come. Looking forward to getting into some building again. Change the plot around a little bit, and yeah, keep making it more user friendly and productive. So yeah, look forward to talking to you soon.